So, when we last left off,
Yeah.
you guys had successfully gathered the materials for a ring of teleportation. Were gifted your house by Firemane. Then you teleported to Mars' childhood home, where his family resided. You found it quiet and empty, except for the butler and his father. You locked the butler in a bedroom in the basement. You confronted Mars' father, who explained that something had happened to his mother. Mars then used the Gias spell to trap him in there for 30 days.
Yes.
You then went to Mars's mother's office, found her in an undead state, and relieved her of her life. You then went
one-shot her.
Yeah. You then went back to Mars's father and explained that you were going to send for the leader. You were going to bring him to justice at the hands of your religion. And that's where we left off.
All right, time to contact the main circle of the church.
Well, hold on. Your father said that there was someone in
Black Whore.
Black Whore that could help your mother.
Yeah.
I'm rather interested in what that could possibly entail.
I don't see why that means we have to not contact the church.
Oh, no. I'm not saying that we don't contact the church. I'm just saying, what if that person is a part of the church? Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yes. I just had that thought. I wanted to put that out there.
It's definitely a thought, but at the moment we can't really do anything about it, and it's pretty far-fetched.
We also need to figure out what the contents of this journal is.
Well, he did say that someone who could help you was a woman in Black Whore who might be able to translate it.
We don't necessarily need her to translate it. We can get someone else to translate it if they can recognize the language.
Well, we figured out that it wasn't a language. It's written in a cipher.
But what language is the cipher in?
You don't know. It was unknown to all of you.
It could be not deep speech. What is it? Thieves' Cant. Probably in Thieves' Cant. We might have some.
Anyone know any spells to translate languages?
Not particularly.
Let me check.
Hey, do I have any spells that translate languages?
It was under your nose the whole time. I don't have any spells that would allow me to translate anything. No.
Well, I am going to go talk to Tulpa and have him start a letter to the church.
All right.
So you're going to Tulpa?
Oh.
I'll say I think you guys did release him from the basement.
Yeah, we did, and we gave him his assignment of keeping Dad fed.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I have some, maybe Tulpa might recognize the language.
You can always ask.
Downstairs.
All right, Toba.
He's like, yes, Master Mars.
Two things. Do you recognize this book?
He kind of, you hand it over to him, and he flips through it and says, I don't recognize the language, but I believe this is Miss Juno's handwriting.
All
So
right.
you were sleeping with her. No.
Octavian.
Oh my.
It's all been a ruse. No, I'm kidding.
Second, start a letter to the church and ask them to shoot. What exactly would I ask for? There's a word for this.
A lobotomy.
Tell them I have substantial evidence of crimes my father has committed against the church, and that I believe he needs to be put on trial to be excommunicated.
And possibly executed.
Octavian,
What?
go sit in the foyer.
With your dad?
That's not the
Gladly.
foyer. The foyer is the front of the
I'm
house.
already out the door.
He goes, of course, Master Mars, and he begins to write the letter. Or he doesn't do it in front of you. He goes up to like his office and does it.
I'm going to head upstairs,
Okay.
sit down in Mars's father's office.
Easily enough, it was not locked.
Yes. Like, so, Jupiter, do you have any inkling on what your wife was trying to achieve in her magical escapades?
He kind of looks to you, says, why would I tell you anything?
Because telling us could possibly lessen your sentence on whatever judgment your cult will bestow upon you.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Persuasion 29.
He kind of lets out a long, drawn-out sigh and says, I don't know what she was doing. She had locked herself in there for days. I grew worried and brought her a meal, and I found her in that state. And I don't...
Passive insight of 20. Is he lying?
Passive insight of 20?
Yeah.
He's not lying. He
How
goes...
disappointing.
He says, you have her journal. That should be enough. I can't translate it, but...
Of course you can't translate it. You're not smart enough. But do you know who is smart enough to translate this journal?
He goes, I've already told you. Misa Polk in Blackcore is my contact. She would be able to help you, but I doubt you'll go to anyone I send you to.
Gonna put my shoulder. I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder.
I was about to say,
I'm
you put his shoulder?
I'm gonna put his shoulder on my hand. No, I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder, and I'm gonna take my mask off, and I'm gonna look like I'm bracing myself to like hold myself up on him,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna put my other hand up in the air like with my finger up, like hold on a second, and I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna vomit up. I'm gonna vomit up Gus.
Okay, Gus tumbles out of your mouth, and you see...
Yes.
Make an intimidation check.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There are many. This is a power you'll never learn from your gods. A 20.
Life has many doors, Ed boy.
Yes.
He kind of...
Has doors.
He watches Gus roll out of your mouth and onto the floor, and he just kind of looks at you, looks at the mouse.
Scared now, elephant boy?
He lets out another long sigh and says, I hate you.
Well, that's fine. But you are now standing in the presence of one of the world's greatest minds.
I'll let Gus like run up my body and like sit on my head. I'm gonna hold the journal up so that he can read it. Do you recognize the language, my son?
What languages does he speak?
Hold on. He speaks. I believe he speaks Common. Well, he does speak Common, and I think it was Abyssal.
Okay.